A lot of charisma, but Rick said, the other thing, he's very physical. He has a little, almost you're a little uncertain, Rick, what he may do here or there. And I think that keeps the opponent on guard or off guard just a little bit. Make him think a bit more. And look now, look at the left side size of your defense. He's 6'6", you saw 6'6", 248. You've got low rise 6'4". Is he pushing 6'5" maybe in there? And then I know he's not most physical, but big, long, great skater. Lindholm 6'3", 6'4". Now your left side is big. It's real big right there. I think this kid is, I think Zadorov at 29 years old, just like Lindholm, will be a fan favorite early. He has a little recklessness to his game. I mean, meaning he'll step up. He'll look to absolutely throttle you if he can. He might miss you once in a while, too, but on the other hand, keep those opponents on guard a bit. Yeah, 177 hits this year between Calgary and Vancouver. That would have led Bruins defenseman, also 700 penalty minutes in his career. That will be second to Brad Marchand on the Bruins roster. GM Don Sweeney talking about Zadorov and the other moves that the Bruins made today.
I mean, the presence that Z brings, is important to us. Playing in a lot of top 4 minutes in the playoff against top guys comes with a bit of swagger. Has certainly seen his game grow and probably get a little more defined in what he's capable of doing. Early in his career, he was a lot of nights out to try and make an impact, and he made it for both teams at times, like all young players do that are aggressive in that sense. And now he really kind of understands his game and what he brings to the table. He's very excited. Obviously, I think his quote stands for itself, and excited to join, the Boston Bruins, have a chance to play with Charlie McAvoy if that's how it lines up, and the team. He was very intent. When we found out he had interest in Boston for all the right reasons, and that's why we're excited about bringing him in. Again, I think it dovetails off of why Zadorov decided to join us. Both players identified a very competitive environment with the culture and the opportunity, the fit for both them personally on the ice as well as their family dynamic. Way back in the draft, we identify Elias as a player that has a lot of the Bergeron qualities. This has been, kudos to our scouting staff and following these guys and watching the growth of Zadorov, but also acknowledging where Elias remains in his, in his career and bringing the attributes he does. It's kind of been a 2-year pursuit, to tell you the truth, wondering maybe down the road if he would ever get to free agency. Had chances at the deadline to maybe get in there, but didn't necessarily materialize. So with this presented, we were very happy. It speaks to the commitment from ownership first and foremost in terms of remaining as competitive as you can, and putting us in a position, hopefully if you stay healthy, that we stack up. We've been very competitive. We haven't had the success we expect to have in the playoffs, and these types of players, I think, should help us in that regard. Now, obviously, you have to grow around it, and some guys have to continue to move along. And having Matty Poitras back on the ice today, recovering from shoulder surgery, is a great indication of that. And having Mason Lohrei now in a position where it allows him to, probably take command of the second unit of the power play and grow his offensive game in the right way, and not be necessarily over his skis at times, playing 20 minutes a night in a top pair situation. He can, and he's done a good job, but it just balances things out. But to have those two targets in the areas that we had identified independently with our scouting staff, afterwards with our coaches, emerging what they would like to see in players come here, and checking off the box, for two guys that acknowledge what our culture and what our intentions are and wanting to come and join that. And I don't want to pass off on the other guys that we've identified. Max Jones is in the same way, where he really wants and covets the opportunity to come here. Cole Koepke, a guy that we've tracked and our scouting staff has identified as a guy that can push our competitive, internal competition. Riley Tufte's taken 2 strides, 2 years in a row where he's really taken off. And then this kid can skate, kills penalties. Again, Billy Sweezy, you saw him fight Lauko. And I wish Jacob well. I mean, it's a difficult to see young players leave our organization, and I wish him well in Minnesota. Vinny Terry, we welcome back. Billy Sweezy, as I said, went and challenged, Lauk right off the draw. So that competitive nature in him. Jeff Vial is going to bring a level of competitiveness, toughness, I think our players and organization respect as well. So I think we're trying to check off the boxes of being internally competitive. Do we have a gap there we want to see somebody take advantage of, whether that's Fabian Lysell or anybody else? You look at where Geeks went into a lineup spot and produced. So we've got sort of an internal growth modem, but we checked off a lot of the boxes with two key components, and then guys that we feel will internally increase our competition.